Good afternoon, people. Happy Easter! So, it's a good weekend to do a video. I'm sorry it's been like a month. This month has been crazy. You know, I want to get more consistent in my videos, but how is that possible when I have all this drama going on top of my mental illness, on top of the fact that I have been sick as a dog? I mean, things in the house, if it's not one thing, it's another. I mean, the kids, they're traumatized. And things are just, like, for instance, the other day, I found out that Bethany, who is Laura's daughter, has been contemplating suicide for quite some time. She doesn't have a plan, so I'm good there. But she does have a plan to run away. So I'm not good there. You know, and Storm thinks about suicide all the time, and he's becoming reactionary violent, and he broke the TV, threw something at it. Pow! Broke the TV. And then just the other day, Cassidy, who is pregnant, is being a psychotic, I gotta tell you this. She is off her rocker. She attacked Storm and body slammed him to the ground outside. Just on the ground. Because she didn't like what he was walking away. Which he has permission to do. Because no violence. Let's not be violent. So walk away if you have to. Go for a walk. But she didn't like that. So she slams him on the ground. I'm like, praise God he didn't hit her. But because of everything that's going on, because he broke the TV, they're going to put him on beds. Bethany almost went inpatient. And I've been playing magical thinking. I haven't been going to church because I'm like, what if something happens while I'm gone? It's not as if I can do anything, you know? But I'm like, if I'm there, nothing bad's gonna happen. Yeah, right. But that's the way I've been thinking. Crack my back. Do you know you can do that? Go up like this. And that cracks your back. Put your hands on your arms and you just go up and rest your weight on your arms. It'll straighten your back up. Crack it all the time. Oh! And the latest. There was a drive-by shooting near our house. Yesterday, I was sitting at this table, stitching with my earphones on, listening to, I don't know what, floss tube, I can't remember which one. And I hear two shots, pow, pow. And then I hear screaming outside, kids screaming. So I get up and I go to go outside, get the kids in. Tina makes it out of her bedroom by the time I get all the way around. But nonetheless, we called Tina and Sienna and our cousin her cousin back over, and it was a drive-by shooting. And I'm thinking, I tell John, Tina's boyfriend, to call the police. He doesn't. Now, did I think to call the police myself? No. I thought, I said, well, it wasn't next door, this street, but the street over. So, I'm thinking to myself, well, they called the police, and it wasn't near us, so therefore I shouldn't call the police. They have too many people calling, and et cetera, et cetera. But the thing is, it was near us. I find out through the cousin who saw the drive-by shooting, because we're here. There's a house here where they were at, and then there's a street next to that house, you know? And apparently it happened on that street. And the cousin saw it. And she's like, what? 10? Not even 10. The kid saw it. And I'm hitting myself because it's a drive-by shooting and I don't call the police. And it turns out nobody called the police. I mean, Layla, get a grip. This is what's been going on around me for the past month. Things like this. Drive-by shooting was new. But the drama in the house, that's not new. And then I get super depressed and anxious, and I want to cry, and all I want to do is sleep. And then I'm fine, and I get super sick. You know, I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm still a little sick. And I want to cry. So finding the energy, finding the joy that I need to do a video has been hard. And I've managed to make myself cry, you know, and I apologize. Let's get rid of that thing. Oh, I don't have a scripture ready. So, yeah, I think I did this the last time, but I'm not sure. At the end, I'm going to do the Beatitudes from Luke. Alright, so I have notes that I started taking, and but then things, you know, got in the way, and then I have some notes down here about a personality test I took. Hey, let's talk about that. I was watching a YouTube video by somebody's name I don't remember. I watch her a lot, so I should remember, but I'm not clicking on her right now. But she likes vintage clothes, and she does cosplay and stuff like that. Well, she took a personality test, and I found it interesting, and I took the same one. And it seems that I am a defender. Defender, which means I am supportive, reliable, and patient, imaginative, observant, enthusiastic, loyal, and hardworking, and I have good practical skills. Yay! And this really does describe me. I'm like, wow. Then my weaknesses is that I'm humble and shy. I take things too personally. I repress my feelings for the most part. I overload myself. I'm reluctant to change, and I'm too altruistic. And for the most part, this is me. So apparently, I am a defender. I didn't write down the website that I took it from. So that's, you know, more information that I don't have for you. I'm sorry. My throat. Okay. So, um, let me see if I can decipher. Well, at the time I wrote down that I had watched two new sort of Flubies that I found on Virtual Stitchers I was on Virtual Stitchers and I was talking to them and chills. And I put them on my list and I started watching them. And the first was Shady Trees Stitchers, and the second one was Stephanie Watson. I met them, so naturally I have to watch them. Yeah, I've been trying to pray. To pray. I've been trying to pray too. I've been trying to play my games, but I can't tear myself away from my stitching. I mean, I'm just stitching and stitching and stitching, and I don't want to break away to do my games. But these are games that I pay money to play. There's not no pay money and then I can play them whenever I want. This is pay money per month, every month, in order to play the game. These are subscriptions. I've got 4 MMOs: Elder Scrolls Online, Final Fantasy XIV, DC Universe Online, and now I've got World of Warcraft. So this is what I'm doing a 3-month rotation for each of them. My last rotation was DC Universe Online. It's about $15 a month. Okay, this rotation I'm playing World of Warcraft, but it's not 15, it's 21, because not only am I paying for the subscription to World of Warcraft, I am paying for the subscription to Zygor Games, which is a guide that I'm using to play World of Warcraft, and it's worth it. Next rotation, next 3 months will be Elder Scrolls, then Final Fantasy, then DC Universe, then WoW. So it being 4 and I'm doing a 3-month rotation, that means I'm playing them once a year. But I got 3 months. So I've worked that into my budget. I've done my budget for next month over and over and over again. But I think I finally got it. Let's see. I have, well, I'm not going to tell you, you know, unless you want to know, because I have no problems telling you. I've got Layaway, I've got World of Warcraft, I've got Amazon Unlimited. I've been getting stuff from Everything Cross Stitch lately. I'll tell you about that in a minute. I put down money for my soda because, you know, Lydia and Laura, they have their cigarettes. You know, they get them all the time. They'll buy cartons every other week, you know, but I don't. But I love Coke. So, Lydia's supposed to give me a 24 pack of Coke once a month. Well, that's fair and good, but it doesn't last me 1 month. 2 weeks. It'll last me 2 weeks. but I don't get my second case. At least I haven't asked for it this month because we are so poor. Let's face it. You know, we haven't paid utilities and we haven't paid cable. No, not cable, Cox, which is the internet. And I'm like, pay the dang internet. You know, you can pay some on the utilities, but pay the internet, or else I'll have a panic attack. I know, cause I sit and watch YouTube while I stitch. I have got to have noise, and we have a radio, but Laura's not going to let me play it. And then I have a Twitch subscription, and it should leave me a little bit of money left, under $20. So let's see that I don't spend it. So I haven't told you how much I'm spending and all that. So that's good. You know, I have a monthly budget of a certain amount. If you want to know, I'll let you. But that's all I have to spend because the rest of my money is going towards bills. Towards it is house rent, which is supposed to go to bills. But that's a nice side tangent. A Okay, I managed to pause in time. That was a choking moment. All right. Here, let's put it there. So I worked more on Fortune Favors the Bold, and then I had to stop because I ran out of the blue thread, 517. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to buy it on April the 1st because that's my payday, April. So the last we spoke was in March. Well, in April the 1st, I made an order. I bought one skein of 517 and I bought one pattern. Oh, yeah, let me. Hold on. Okay. It all goes together, I promise. So, I am doing the Farmhouse Christmas series next year. I believe that I will start it on my. I don't remember if I worked this out for. I start the Farmhouse Christmas on for Mania, and Lady Shalott on my birthday, or if it's the other way around. Because I was going to start Lady Shalott on a special day because I was given all the thread for it. All of it. And I think I was also given the fabric. I'd have to get up and go check, which I'm not going to do right now. So, anyways, I went and bought myself one thing of thread and one pattern for Farmhouse Christmas. Because I had 4. These 4. Here, I'll show it again. This one, which is part 1, and it's the Little Red Barn. Part 2, Horsing Around. Part 3, Grandpa's Pickup. Part 4, Dairy Darling. This is important. Those, okay. Um, so I'm gonna start them. I got those four previously, and I was gonna start them for next year. And I thought this was a gift. I thought that I was gonna use this to do it. It was 28 count mushroom lagana, 18 by 27. Well, I checked it, and I need a much bigger thing of fabric. I need a half yard thing of fabric, and I think I'm doing it on 32 count. I think. So I need to find something to work on this. So I can't use this one. What I have decided I'm gonna do is, among other things, I know I'm rambling. I'm going off on tangents. I decided that I will. I looked it up on 123 Stitch, and the size of fabric that I need of the color that I want is $41. And I'm thinking to myself, $41? If I'm going to spend $41 on a half yard of fabric, I might as well get hand dyed. So I went over to Fiberlicious and I picked Mist, and that's only going to cost me $53. I mean $43. $10 more. I'm going to get hand dyed. You know? So I need to put, I marked it in my layaway book, which I'll tell you about. But anyways, I ordered one thing of 517 and one pattern, which would be part 5, and it's Grandma's quilt. Well, the thing is, my thread came in and the pattern. See? So I got it. This is week 1. I took the thread and I started stitching away. It wasn't enough thread. I had to stop again because I don't have enough thread. But in the meantime, while I was waiting on the thread, the first thing of thread, I was doing Queen Elizabeth. Well, I ran out of thread for this squiggle line 3861. I've got no more thread. I look all through my thread piles. I don't have it. So I talked my sister into letting me buy some thread. So I go back to everything cross stitch, and I put that thread on plus another one, and I get myself part 6. So those two came in the mail. Well, after I ordered this, and before it came, so before week 1 came in the mail, I had ran out of thread. So I ordered some more because it was already shipped off to mail. It was already paid. It was shipped off to mail, but I hadn't gotten yet. So I had ordered week 2, the 3861 and part 6. Well, when I did that, part 5, week 1 came in the mail. So this was week 2. That's all ordered. And I received the 517 in the mail, and I stitch and stitch and stitch and stitch the whole skein. That's not enough. So I'm like, okay. I go back to everything cross stitch, and I buy 2 skeins of 517, and it should come in next week. But like the reason for all the others You cannot just buy thread. I am not spending $4 for shipping on one skein of thread, hence the patterns. So I got an opportunity to buy one more thing of thread. I mean, one more pattern. And that will be part 7. I can't wait till it comes in the mail. And then I look at my budget. Like I said, I've done it 3-4 times. And I had that small amount that I was going to put on my Haid. Because when I told you about my budget, what I was going to spend the money on, instead of everything cross stitch, I was going to put $15 on. Come on, where are you now? I was going to put everything on to there. I was going to put the $15 from everything cross stitch onto my Haid, my layaway, onto a Haid for layaway. Well, I got that amount that I'm putting on layaway, and I'm splitting it up, and I'm going to put part of that money on Haid, and I'm taking that extra $15 that I was going to put on also on my Haid. I'm putting it on everything cross stitch. So I'm getting part 8. And probably a thread or two. But I think it's thread too, but everything is it's in my basket waiting for me to put trigger. So I'll do that. And which means in June, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take that $15 that I was going to put towards my extra towards my Haid, having an order, and I'm going to use it on everything cross stitch, and I'll have part 9. And so by June, I'll have all 9 parts. And I'm happy about that. I'm really happy. And then I'll be taking that extra $15 and I'll be putting it on Mist. I've got it all planned out. But all I need for the parts are part 8 and part 9. 8 is definitely being bought May the 1st. So I'm happy. But all that to say that I had been stitching on Fortune Favors the Brode. I put 2 skeins of 517 Witch Out Blue in. No, Wedgwood Blue. And, excuse me. Wedgwood Blue in, and I need one more skein. I need that one more skein to do about yay much. You know, from here to here. I'm pretty sure that one more skein will work. But just in case it doesn't, I've got 2 on the way. So all I need to do is finish the feather and then put 3 or is it 4 crows. They'll be in black. I don't want to do that until I finish the feather so that I know how to place it for reference. You understand. You need the reference. Here it is. You see the feather is almost finished. only did about that much stitching. So I'm thinking that I had previously put 2 skeins of thread in. Yeah, I previously put 2 skeins of 517 yen. Then I got my recent order, which was the 3rd skein, and now I'm waiting for my next order, which is the 4th skein. That is a lot of blue. So I'm almost finished with that, and here I'm rolling it up again. Cause why? Because that's how I keep it, because I am stitching in hand. Unbelievable. All rolled up. And I'm keeping it to the side. Now, while I was waiting on the thread, and after I ran out of thread for the second time, I was stitching in Queen Elizabeth. Now I took it off the Q-snap because I want to give you the whole thing. Isn't she gorgeous? You can see I'm almost finished with row 2. I only have this little bit over here. And then by the time my next video comes out, I probably will be working in row 3. Fold it up, make it nice. I'll put it behind here. Now, I got an even bigger surprise. I've had time to work on Sweet Bears. If I have time, I'm going to work on this project. But I rarely have time. However, I have been going so fast in my Queen Elizabeth, and I've had time off because of the running thread on Fortune Favors the Bold. I got to finish the row that I was working on Sweet Bears. See? I was working on this side. I finished the cupcake. I did the ribbon, and I finished the tablecloth right here. And now, right here, oh, and I did the pole, and right here, I'm working on a macaroon. I thought I was going to go up, but instead I went down. I'm happy. This being the weekend, I decided that I was going to work on Sweet Bears. But I'm thinking that once I finish the macaroon completely, I'll probably do it. I might not finish it today, but I'll probably finish it by tomorrow. Then I'm going to go back to Queen Elizabeth because I'm on my way to Aden. And I have, out of the 3,000 I need to get to Aden, oh, that wasn't pleasant. I have 2,000 done. Well, 2,050. But basically 2,000. And that goes in this box. So, this goes in my to-go-to group bag. Ta-da! This too was a gift. It's a Vera Bradley shopping bag. I hadn't had a chance to use it. Now I can. Now, why do you ask? because I'm very hard on my bags, this is what I have been using. Nice gift, you know? Well, I'm losing the bling, but that doesn't bother me. But I'm so heavy on my bags that look, I hope you don't mind. I really do. But I've got to fix this. Because what happens? This happens. It's a relatively easy fix. I just need to sew it. If I gather the courage to sew it, you know, right here. I mean, it's in between these two, right here, and this one. I mean, it's an easy fix. Just slip it through here, sew it. I'm just not thrilled about the thickness of the fabric. But this was an original, a Walt Disney World original. It deserves better love. But I just throw it around, and I throw it on my shoulders, and I go here and there, and I'll just throw it here, and I'll throw it there. Oh, and look, you see this side? This is why I'm looking for a real leather or a very badly bag, because it's cloth, easy to be fixed, and not if it's leather, then the pleather won't come off. I'll still be hard on my bags, but I think it'll be easier fixed. And for the lady who gave me them both, the ladies, sorry. Sorry. It was well loved. And needed, as you can tell. I mean, it didn't sit in the corner and me take it out occasionally. I needed it. I took it with me everywhere I went, you know, so a lot of activity. Now, it's almost 40 minutes, and I have babbled and ran through. So, let me read the Beatitudes. This is Luke chapter 6, starting at verse 20. Blessed be ye poor, for yours is the kingdom of heaven. Excuse me, I misread. Blessed be ye poor, for yours is the kingdom of God. Blessed are ye that hunger now, for ye shall be filled. Blessed are ye that weep now, for ye shall laugh. Blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you from their company, and shall reproach you, and cast out your name as evil, for the Son of Man's sake. Well, that was expanded. That was more said than in Matthew. Rejoice ye in that day, and leap for joy. For behold, your reward is great in heaven. For in the like manner did their fathers unto the prophets. But woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation. Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep. Woe unto you when all men shall speak well of you, for so did their fathers to the false prophets. But I say unto you which hear, love your enemies, do good to them which hate you, bless them that curse you, and pray for them which despitefully use you. I don't understand the woes. Woe to you that are rich. I mean, I don't understand that woe. Blessing is a reward for obedience. I mean, God supplies all our needs. And, you know, I don't understand that woe. Because in the Old Testament, abundance was a sign of God's favor. And the Old Testament has not passed away. The New Testament just fulfills it. I can understand unto you that are full, because if we think we're full, we don't have room for the blessings of God and for the truths of God. We're not full. We don't have that space for us to be changed by God. Woe unto you when all men speak well of you. I mean, doesn't that mean that um, we're not humbled and that we're pushed up in pride, and that we don't have enough humility to be to learn from God? But so does that mean when we say woe unto you that are rich, that means that we are too full of ourselves and we have too much stuff, that we don't have room to be blessed? I don't know. I know that it's one of the most misunderstood verses. I know that. Guys, can you comment below and give your opinion? Um I don't pretend to know everything. Um I want my guidance. Besides, I like it when you comment. I had a few people who commented on my previous video. I didn't write them down. I was supposed to. But I don't think they had a question for me that I didn't answer. Now, if they did and I didn't answer it, then I'll go back, I'll double check, and I'll put it down on my notes. Unlike what I did, due to the month space and the depression, the drama, the sickness, the you name it. But I like doing that. I like acknowledging your comments. So comment below so I can comment back. And if you have any questions, I can answer them in the next video. Subscribe so I can continue doing videos. Hopefully by the time I hit 500, I'll think of a giveaway. And like, so that lets me know that you like my videos. That lets me know that I'm going on the right path. And so that statistically wise, my name will come up faster than before. I'll come up higher in the FlosTube list. likes and dislikes help. They're very important. So, today's Saturday, and let's go beyond hope. Let's pray that I go to church tomorrow, that I don't indulge in magical thinking, you know? So, I am going to put this back on the Q-snap, continue working, watch some floss tube, and hopefully I'll get the macaroon done in time for me to play some World of Warcraft. It's not that complicated of a design. And after the macaroon, a donut. Just so you know, this is where I am right now. This is what I did. So I went down and I'm doing this. So I think I'm going to do this, the donut. But I could do the rest of the macarons if you want. Give me your opinion. So by the time I'm going to put this up, and by the time that I do the macaroon, I'm going to take a break and go back to Queen Elizabeth, so that by the time I pick this back up again, I can have your opinion about whether to do the donut or the other macaroons. Guide me. Give me your opinion, okay? 48 minutes. Wow. Like, subscribe, comment. Bye.